All right, so today I want to talk a little bit about passions, a little bit about what you're passionate about, what I'm passionate about, and what really sparked this whole thing was some of you know I'm back at my parents' house, and I went to my little sister's like choir recital thing, her little choir concert, and it reminded me of what I used to like. You know, I used to be a choir kid, a band kid. I did everything musically till about high school. I was very musically inclined until high school, and then I sort of dropped off and kept going with like Boy Scouts and like Taekwondo. I was a very active kid as opposed to now where I don't really do I don't really do shit now. I think I spent all of my extroverted energy when I was younger. Now I just find ways to make money at home or try and make a career out of something that I don't have to go work a 9 to 5 or go to an office or leave. Even like my online classes, I love those things. If you guys don't know, I went to a community college before I transferred to the 4 year that I'm at. And in those two like college years, I tried to take a bunch of online classes just so I didn't have to go anywhere, so I could do whatever I wanted. And that saves a lot of money, actually. If you're planning on going to college, if you're watching this, definitely check out your community college. Don't feel ashamed. You save a lot of money. I know it was very looked down upon when I was in high school. Everybody was excited to go to like a 4 year immediately because that's where all the cool kids go. It's where all the partying happens. And all that. But if you're not really into that stuff and you're not really into the college life, definitely check out your community college before you commit to a 4 year and go into debt or anything like that. Especially if you have to take out loans, check out your community college. It's a great way to get things done for fairly cheap and still have time to live your life. But I will say, if you are into sports or you play a sport, I could see why you want to go to a 4 year. I didn't understand it until recently, right? I was really into baseball when I was younger. I played a ton of baseball, but when it came time to like, at some point you have to leave your little church league, right? And you have to go into little league, or you have to decide where you want to play so you can maybe have a future. I just didn't. I just stopped playing church ball, and then I quit. Like, I didn't sign up for anything else, and I just sort of dropped off on that aspect. And I played the other like 3 sports or activities I was doing while I was in school. But recently, I've been having like a lot of MLB highlights get recommended to me in my YouTube, which is I think I watched maybe 1 or 2 videos, and then you know how aggressive it can get, right? The YouTube recommend is like super aggressive. So if you like something, it will just completely change. It will just only recommend you that because it wants you to stay on the website longer. And the more and more you watch of that topic, the more and more it's going to get recommended to you. And I just want to play the game again. Like, I just want to play baseball again. But I'm already like a junior in college. I don't really even know where I would play or like who I would play with. You know, you can't just walk onto a college field and try out for the team like you could, at the church league or for little league or something. It's a team sport, right? You can't just go to a tennis court and play with one other person. You have to have like a whole 2 teams to play. And that's definitely made me question, what I'm passionate about still and why I stopped being passionate about other things. So, like I said, I played so many other sports, did so many other activities that I just stopped, right? I did Taekwondo for about 8 to 10 years. I have my 2nd degree black belt. I played baseball for years. I got my Eagle Scout, right, in Boy Scouts. So I made it pretty far in a lot of things. But baseball was just one that fell off. And now that I'm looking back on it, I feel like it's the one that shouldn't have. I'm at a weird point right now where I'm about to graduate from college, and I don't even know if I really, like what I'm doing. Or I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. I have, like, my major is management, if you don't know. So I'm in the school of business, and my major is management. And I haven't even really gotten too deep into my management courses because, like I said, I went to a community college, and when I transferred, they wanted me to take some of their specific stuff that my community college just didn't offer at the time. And my biggest fear is that, I end up doing something that I don't like. I end up doing something that I don't like, and I get stuck there. And it's all because I spent 4 years in my 20s getting a degree, spending a ton of money on something I didn't even like. And for the next, 45 years until I retire, I'm stuck doing that. And that's also, there's a lot of reasons why this channel has sprouted up, right? I talk about it all the time. I say this is a reason why this channel exists, this, that, the other. But one of the main ones I could say truly is because of fear, right? It's just out of fear. Because I wanted to do YouTube a long time ago when I was little. I really wanted to do YouTube. But when you're that young, you don't know anything. Like, I don't know what the algorithm is. I don't know what tagging your videos are, recording your screen or anything like that. I was way too young. And I was trying to make like Call of Duty videos, and sometimes they came out good, and sometimes they came out bad, but I didn't keep up with it. This time, now that I'm older, I keep up with it a lot, because it's a coping mechanism for me, right? It's a way to express myself. It's a way to get things out onto a medium that I can talk to a bunch of people that I never would have had any other interaction with at any other point in my life. And this is also like my second try, you know. I've everything that you see me doing here, from the thumbnails to the tagging to the hashtags and the titles and all that, I've either learned from other people like Brian F. or Ludwig, or I've tried on the other channel, on the Warzone channel that I edit and manage. I run. It's youtube.com/c/babydilser. And we're at like 34,000 subscribers. And that has been a result of a ton of work on both of our parts and a ton of consistency from me, right? I upload every single day. It's been like 2 years, and one day just randomly. This is how volatile it is as a creator if of that size, right? 1 month we had, I think, an average of maybe like 3,000 to 4,000 views a video. This month and last month, we've crossed 3 million views in a month. So every video at this point is getting 20 to 30,000 viewers just randomly overnight. With the highest viewed video at about, I think, 174,000 views. It's the Warzone Rebirth Island world record. And while that's great, and I'm very happy with the success that we're seeing over there, it is scary. It's very scary to see that big of a change overnight when you want to make something like that your livelihood. But once you do hit that point, you understand that consistency really was the key. Because even on the YouTube analytics, if you're a creator and you go to your YouTube analytics, it has a graph, and when the graph jumped up to 3 million, it even said above it, it said your consistency is paying off. It said like 2,000% more people, some stupid number, is watching your videos. And that was like it was like a pat on the back, right? It was like the little YouTube AI telling us that our hard work is paying off and that you should continue. And that's when I really understood that this is something that I'm passionate about. It didn't start that way. I wasn't passionate about video editing or making YouTube videos or anything like that at this point in my life. Earlier in my life I was, like I said, but at this point I had pretty much given up. But once that opportunity landed in my lap and I sort of ran with it, I understood that it's possible. It's possible for something like that to work. To see how much money it can generate, you know, it really is possible to make a living off of a channel that size if you really needed to. Is it a good living? No, it's not crazy, right? You could live normally in an apartment and make your rent, make your bills, pay for food. You're not living extravagant, but you're working towards something. You're working towards living extravagantly. And that's why this channel, even though that I have access to a ton of different resources on that channel that I could use to boost this one, I choose not to. The only thing I do, if you go over there and check it, is in the description I'll put my YouTube link at the very bottom, and at the end of the video, at the end screen, I'll put a little icon next to his that says, if you want to check me out, go ahead. I don't push it. I don't want to, because this is truly a passion project. This channel is truly a passion project and something that I want to take off someday, something that I would be cool to make a living off of. But if I don't, I understand. I understand that it's a very niche audience, and hopefully that niche audience will expand, right? Like Brian F has done it, Dotodoy has done it. There's cases of people doing it, and I hope to be one of those cases. All I can really do at this point is consistently make content that I would watch myself, that you guys enjoy, and that I like to make. This has truly been a passion that has fallen into me, right? This is a passion that I've fallen into, I should say. Not, something my parents signed me up for when I was younger. They didn't sign me up for YouTube and sign me up for Hit Film Express to make videos and edit them. They didn't do any of this. This was all me and something that I continuously do for myself and for you guys' entertainment, I guess. Anyways, that's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys listened to the end. If you did, leave me a comment. Let me know you got here, and I'll talk to you again sometime later this week. Like I said, I'm at my parents' house still. Setup is kind of scuffed, but I'll be back at my apartment at the beginning of June, probably June 1st, June 2nd. So that's when the daily uploads will continue. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed already, all that, consider subscribing, like the video, comment, whatever you want to do. Most of all, thank you for tuning in.